What is up, Jaja Gang? These are my Yes Ma'am Candied Yams. Want to learn how to cook them? I got you. What's going on, Jaja Gang? These are my Yes Ma'am Candied Yams, okay? I know I call them yams, but they're really sweet potatoes. These are my peeled sweet potatoes. I trust you know how to peel a sweet potato, but if not, I'm going in with my potato peeler, and I'm just getting the ends of the potato nice and orange for me. I'm going to cut those ends off anyway. Now, I had Braylon on potato duty. He was peeling the potatoes for me, but this particular time, this is like his third time doing it, he had a little accident, so he's officially off potato duty for tonight. So I finished up the job, and now I'm cutting up my sweet potatoes. And the smaller you cut these, the faster they'll cook, okay? I like to cut mine in quarters, not halves, depending on how thick that sweet potato is. All right, so I'm bringing my oven to a medium heat. The potatoes that I showed you, I just want you to know that I added 2 more sweet potatoes to it. The ingredients are simple. You're going to take a cup of white sugar. You're also going to take a cup of brown sugar. The brown sugar that I'm using is by Domino, and it's light brown sugar. Now, after adding my sugar, I want to put in some butter. It's just something about a couple of tablespoons of butter that really kind of mesh everything together and bring the tastes and the taste and the flavors of every ingredient that you're using together. So I love putting just a couple of tablespoons of butter inside. Now we're going to go in with our cinnamon, and we're going to use that and sprinkle it over the sweet potatoes. Now we're going to go in with our nutmeg. We're just going to do a few sprinkles of nutmeg. It's not going to be as much as you would add of the cinnamon, but it'll be like half the amount of the cinnamon that you used. All right, and last but not least, we're going to use our imitation vanilla flavor, and I just do a few capfuls of that. I don't do a lot of it, but you know, the imitation vanilla flavoring, it just brings everything together as well, and it really complements the taste of the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Okay. All right, so now that I've added my vanilla extract, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of water. Okay, I'm going to put it on, kind of, you know, spread it around the pot, but keep in mind, you don't need that much water for sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes will generate their own water. I just like to add that much because I prefer the juice and the glaze over my sweet potatoes. This is what your pot should look like. That's everything all together. Everything is going to come together, I promise you, with the butter, the water, and the heat that's going to be generated from the pot. Now, here's an important part. When I found my top to this pot, you always want to leave the top off of the whole pot. So you want to have just a portion of it on the pot covering. If you cover the entire pot and just put the lid on, like over the whole pot, your potatoes will burn. I'm going to show you the difference. If you put your top on like that, they're going to burn. Do not do that, okay? You always want to leave some space when you're putting your lid on your sweet potatoes. It's going to help that air seep out. It's going to help everything come together and mesh together. This is after they have been cooking for a while, and this is what my pot is looking like. Okay, nothing is burned, nothing is dark or, you know, black at the bottom. Right here I'm going to give it a quick kind of stir so you guys can see what I'm working with, and it smells delicious. Something I like to do when my sweet potatoes come to this stage, I season them a little bit with some coarse sea salt. It's just something irresistible about the combination of sweetness and the saltiness of the salt. I love it, I really do. And I just put just a little bit in. It's not too much, but it does the trick for me as far as flavoring and tasting when I'm done with the sweet potatoes. I'm going to go ahead and give that a quick stir, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my lid back on, but my lid is still going to be allowing some of that air and steam to seep through, so it's not going to be completely on the top, but it is going to be kind of leaving a quarter surface area to where we can have that steam coming out, as you see right here. Now my potatoes are done. I check them by checking for the tenderness, and that's it. Yes, ma'am. Candied yams.